Hey, what's going on, guys? So I thought I'd make one last video on this topic just to sum things up. I gotta run out here in about 3 more hours. I gotta catch a flight to Cali, so I'm trying to make this quick as possible. I'm actually waiting on my iPad and my iPhone to update to iOS 9, so that you know how long that takes. It's crazy. Um, this is gonna be a video on my top 10 most complimented fragrances. This video is gonna be public. It's gonna go to my Twitter so everyone can see it. This comes with a huge disclaimer, though. These are my fragrances. That means they're gonna work for me. They're gonna match my personality, my style, my taste. What works for you might not work for me, and that's absolutely okay. I have a lot of options for you guys, um, and let's just get started. So the first fragrance I'm going to talk about is going to be Lotus by Izzy Miyake. Now this fragrance is a classic. I've talked about this fragrance so much that you've probably heard about it on my Twitter, but it's a strong floral type of fragrance. It's really sharp. It's the longevity on this is just absolutely beast. It's gonna last you about 12 hours. So it's good for any kind of weather. It doesn't matter if it's the summer or the winter, it's going to perform. And that's why this fragrance is getting number 10 on this list. It gets a shitload of compliments. Every time I wear it, women love it. I actually got a date on this fragrance just because a girl, she hugged me. She's like, "Oh, you wearing Lotus Set?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm wearing Lotus Set." And before, the conversation wasn't going as good, but as soon as she hugged me, she gave me her number. So Lotus Set is getting number 10 on this list. It's very cheap. You can get a bottle for about 40 bucks. Very versatile. I actually have a bigger bottle as well. So this is the 6.7. Shows you how classic this scent is. Like I had multiple bottles over the years. So check that out. Lotus Set. Number 10. Coming at number 9 is going to be a classic. And that's going to be Giorgio Armani's Acqua di Gio. Almost every girl has smelt this. It's a very popular fragrance. I think in 2015 it sold the most bottles. So take that how you will. It's very popular for a reason. It smells great. It smells like a beach. It's kind of hard to describe. It's really aquatic. Great fragrance. This is actually the perfumer version. This is a Nordstrom only exclusive. It smells like the original, but it's a little bit more mature, and that's what I like about it. And it lasts longer. These aquatic fragrances don't really last a long time. And Acqua di Gio Profumo actually gets that performance, and that's why it's on my number 9. Now the original you can find almost anywhere. It's cheap. You can find it on FragranceNet. For being as old as it is, it's still kind of expensive. The bottle's gonna run you about almost 100 bucks. I think this Profumo version is gonna cost you even more, about $120. Real expensive, but again, if you're looking for it's a great smelling fragrance, Acqua di Gio is gonna do it for you. Women love it. Haven't met a girl that hasn't liked this fragrance, so take it as you will. Now, it is every girl's ex-boyfriend in the bottle, so I wouldn't wear it on a date, but for any other occasion, great fragrance. Number 9, Acqua di Gio. Number 8 is going to be another one for my collection. It's going to be Dolce Gabbana's The One. Now, this is my signature scent. It was my signature scent for about 4 years, man. I love this fragrance. It's really boozy. It's really unique. Haven't really smelled anything like it. It's really masculine as well. Now, this fragrance is also very popular. A lot of guys have this in their collection. They have like the gentleman version, this version. I think there's another one in a silver flask. I'm not sure, but it's very popular. It's cheap. You can get it about $60. This is the actual. I actually had to get a bigger bottle because this is the 5 point. I think it's that. It might be a bigger bottle. Yes, it is. The 5.0 bottle. So you get a lot of juice in that bottle. Don't use it very often, but again, it's another option. I get crazy compliments with it all the time. Women love it. Guys love it. It's a real people pleaser. You can wear it to the club, you can wear it on a date. Doesn't really matter. Now, the only thing that is wrong with this fragrance is that some people don't get the performance. I do. It lasts around 8 hours on my skin and it projects. So other people doesn't. They don't get that. But hey, you have options. Try it out on your skin first. See if it works for you. Then go from there. So number 7 gonna be another classic, and that's gonna be the Allure line. Allure Sport, and you're gonna have Allure Sport O Extreme. Now, I actually have another one I want to put in here too, and that's gonna be Blue de Chanel. They're gonna be similar. All these fragrances are gonna be similar. Chanel makes great people pleasing scents. All these fragrances are going to get a lot of attention, especially Allure Sport and Bleu de Chanel. They're great fragrances. Try them out. The only things that you don't want to buy these online. Chanel is heavily faked. You won't find these on any discount websites or anything like that. So go to your local Macy's, Nordstrom, wherever, and try them out. Again, these are heavily faked, so do not buy online. Chanel doesn't leak into the gray market, so you won't find them on any fragrance nets or anything like that. And if you do, don't buy them, again, because they're so faked. You're better off just spending the $80 on them. They get a crazy amount of compliments. They're geared for that, so that's why they're coming at number 7. All of them. So they're all tied for number 7. That's going to be Chanel, Allure Sport, and Bleu de Chanel. So, number 6, classic right here, CH Men. This is a new fragrance in my collection, but it's already getting high praise. It's a leathery type of scent mixed with sugarcane. It is excellent. It had a lot of hype on it. I wasn't really sure about it, but trust me when I say women love this juice to death. I have a friend that actually comes over and she actually smells all my fragrances, and she told me that this was the best smelling fragrance she's ever smelled on me. So take that as you will. CH Men. Now, I don't have a lot of personal notes on it because I haven't used it for long, but it gets a lot of compliments. CH Men. You can actually find this on Fragrance Net too. It's only cost you about $57. It's really cheap. So next, it's going to be another tie for number 5, and it's going to be these. Pure Malt and Pure Havana. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there you go. Now, I'm going to take a huge liberty here and say you already smelled the original Amen. Now, the original Amen has a real rough opening. It has this tart type of smell, and I can stand it, but a lot of people can't. So try that out. Try the original Amen out. I think I can show you guys what that looks like. Actually, I just put them all up here. This is going to be the original Amen, and it's going to be the newest one from this line, which is Ultra Zest. All of them are great fragrances. Now, the original Amen is real gourmandish. When I say gourmand, it means it smells like food. It has an excellent dry down. You're going to get chocolate. Really, really beautiful. Pure Malt, on the other hand, is going to be the original Amen. It's going to have that chocolate dry down, but it's going to have whiskey on top. And it is divine. It actually reminds me of another fragrance in my collection, which is this. 1270 by the House of Frappin. Now, 1270 didn't make the list mainly because I don't get a lot of compliments with it. It doesn't last very long, but it's a great fragrance as well. It's boozy. I think 1270 smells better than any of these on this list, but since the performance isn't really up there, I can't put it on this list. Can't get compliments on something that people can't smell, so it's not going to make the list. Now, Pure Havana is going to be the original Amen, but you're going to get tobacco, you're going to get cherry, you're going to get vanilla on top, and then as it dries down, it goes into that chocolate. It's really beautiful. Actually reminds me of this. Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. Tobacco Vanille, Tobacco Vanille. Some people change it off and on. I say Tobacco Vanille. I sometimes say Tobacco Vanille, but for the purpose of this video, since it's easier to say, I'm going to say Tobacco Vanille. Tobacco Vanille is pure Havana on steroids. It's not as gourmandish as pure Havana. You get what the name says. You get a lot of tobacco and you get a lot of vanilla. It's a real high quality fragrance. That's a niche fragrance. This is going to be designer. So again, you get what you pay for. Tobacco Vanille lasts a long time. Lasts on my skin about 48 hours. They smell similar. Again, you get what you pay for though. That Tom Ford fragrance is going to last you forever. This, on the other hand, is going to give you about 8 hours of solid performance. So they're both good. If you have the money, try to go get the Tom Ford. If you don't, get Pure Havana. Now, Ultra Zest is going to be the newest one for that line, and it's just going to be the original Amen. It's going to have orange on top. So you get the name Zest from. It almost smells like an orange creamsicle on top of chocolate. It's really good. I just haven't had it for a long time, so that's why it's not on this list. But Terry wine, check this out. Again, you're not going to find these on any discount websites at all either. So go to your local Nordstroms, Macy's, they'll have it. So number 4 is going to be my boy right here, and that's La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. Now this fragrance, I think a couple of my followers have tried it out and they love it. You're gonna get a real powdery smell, but it's beautiful. That's really all I can say about it. It gets a shitload of attention. Women love it. That's my date fragrance. If I'm going on a date, I'll put La Nuit de l'Homme on, and hey, it's going to do the job. Now you can find this on FragranceNet for a reasonable price. The only knock on it is that it's not very versatile. It's only going to be a night fragrance. It's not going to work during the day at all. But to combat that, you can always get its little brother. Well, this is going to be original. That's going to be L'Homme. You can always get L'Homme, which is a day fragrance. So you have your night and you have your day version. I don't know of another 2-punch combination that's going to be better than that in the fragrance community. These fragrances are masterpieces in my opinion. So try them out. You can find them on FragranceNet again. L'Homme and La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. So where we're at right now. So number 3. This right here. Yep. My baby. And that's going to be Chambray Noir by Olfactive Studios. Now this is going to be a niche fragrance. It's going to be very expensive. I think just for 125 mils is going to be about $210. Trust me, the juice is worth it. It's a real in between the sheets type of fragrance. It's a real seductive. It's real dark. It's real mysterious. Let me actually smell it real quick and see what it smells like. Yeah, as I said, it's real seductive. I wear it on a date night. It's great for that. My other date night fragrance is this. Noir and La Nuit de l'Homme, as I said before. But this one right here is really good. I love this juice to death. It actually reminds me of Amber Absolute by Tom Ford, which I have in my collection as well. But the fragrance is based on the city of Cairo in Egypt. So it kind of reminds me of being a pharaoh. When I put it on, I feel real royal. I love it. Women love it. When I bring a girl over, I spray it on. It works wonders. That's going to be Chambray Noir. Coming at number 3. And number 2, of course. Oh, yep. It's going to be this. DHI. Dior Homme Intense. Now, you can't beat this fragrance. I actually have it on me right now. Oh, it smells divine. This is my favorite fragrance in my collection, period. This is going to be the original juice. I have the reformulated version as well. And I actually have the actual original bottle from 2007. Now, all these fragrances, let me try to focus this for you guys. That'll do. Now, the differences between these fragrances is that the original formulation is going to have the silver atomizer. The reform is going to have the black. And the original juice is going to be just like that. The differences are they're slight. You're not going to get as good as performance with the reformulated juice, but it smells similar. They're all great, period. I wear the reformulated version just because it's so cheap and I can get another bottle easily, but they're both excellent fragrances. I get so many compliments with it. I remember one night, me and my friend were going out to get some food. We're going out to go get some food at a restaurant, and after that, we're going to a bar. So we drive up. We go to the parking lot. It was like one of these indoor parking lot garages. So we get out the car, and we're paying for the ticket. Some guy's in front of us, and he's paying for the ticket. And he turns around. He's like, "Someone smells fucking awesome. Who is that?" I'm like, "Well, it must be me." Tell him what it is. He's like, "Just write it down for me. Put it on a card. Write it down. I'm into fragrances too. I just want to know what that juice is. I've never smelled anything like it. It's unique." So I write it down for him. Give him my number. Tell him to hit me up. I'll help him find it. So we get to the restaurant, and our waiter comes. She's like, "Who is that? Like, someone smells good. Who is that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's me. It's me." I told her what it is. She's like, "I'm going to pick it up for my boyfriend. It smells delicious." We get to the fucking bar. And I walk in, and I shit you not. There's about 30 girls in there. There's about 10 guys. And as I'm walking past all the women, they're all turning their heads and they're sniffing the air. I'm like, my God, this juice is ridiculous. Some girl comes up to me. She's like, "You smell divine. You smell good." She invites her friends over during like some kind of bachelor party, and they all come up. She's like, "Smell him, smell him, smell him." And they're like, "Yeah, he looks good, he dresses good, and he smells good." And you'll get a lot of compliments about that. If you've been following my Twitter and you've been improving your style, you're like, "Man, you even smell good. You even smell good." Great juice for this. As I said, the reformulated version is going to run you about $90. The original formulation, which is the one that I told you about in that story, this is going to be around $300. And the original formulation from 2007, good luck. I don't think you can even find it. Great fragrances, and it kind of pisses me off that it's not number one because I love this juice to death. But there's something in my arsenal that does it better, and it just gets a lot more compliments. Period. So again, I love DHI. It's my favorite fragrance in my collection. I have over 150, so that says a lot. But this bottle right here, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. The video cut out. The card got filled. You know how that goes. If anyone's wondering what setup I'm using, this is the 7D Mark II with the 50mm 1.4 lens. Excellent camera. Great quality. But again, going to my number one. Yep, this is it. You guys know what it is. You guys heard me talk about it over and over and over again, but it gets a lot of hype in the community, and for good reason. This shit is amazing. This is the infamous, notorious Creeds Aventus. Now this fragrance is just absolutely, there's not much I can say about it that hasn't been said already. You're on YouTube, go search up Aventus reviews. This is king of all fragrances, in my opinion. Now, in terms of scent, I think DHI smells a little bit better, but in terms of getting compliments and attention, this is bar none, hands down. the best fragrance you can possibly buy. Now it is expensive. Just this little small 2.5 mils is gonna cost you around $300. Now I don't suggest that you go into FragranceNet or any gray market and buy this bottle. Now FragranceNet, you're gonna get an authentic bottle, and it's gonna be cheaper. But again, it's the gray market. You don't know where it came from. Now, with designer scents, yeah, you can take that kind of risk because you're not paying that much money. But when you're gonna drop that much money on a bottle, you better know where it comes from. So, Aventus is my most complimented fragrance, as I've been talking about. But it's so good that I have I have 4 bottles with me, and I have another 4 in my cooler in storage. This fragrance is unbelievable. There's to describe how it smells, when you first spray it on, you get a real, and I sprayed it on my arm earlier so I know what it smells like. When you first put it on, you get a straight blast of pineapple, and it's a real delicious pineapple. And under that you get, let me see, yeah, you get an apple, you get an apple note, a little bit of cedar, and cedar, it smells like wood. And then you have a real delicious vanilla under it. And when it dries down, it turns into this real masculine, smoky, woodsy type of fragrance. It's awesome. Gets hella compliments. That's why it's number 1. No shit. When I wear this, I probably get around 6 compliments a night. Just people telling me, damn, that shit is amazing. What do you have on? Where can I buy that? Write it down for me. I don't know. Where can I get it? How much is it? People ask me what this is, and it's so good that the price doesn't deter people. They're like, I'm not. Well, I tell them like, well, it's a $300 fragrance. This big bottle will run you about $400, but it doesn't stop them from going out and purchasing samples or anything like that, because this fragrance is so damn good. Longevity is a beast. The performance is excellent. When you get these niche fragrances, you're gonna get performance. You're getting what you pay for, and with Aventus, you're getting every dollar's worth out of this shit. Period. Every spray is like $2. That's that. When I say that like that, it's really expensive. But shit, every spray in this bottle is probably about around $2. And my fucking iPad's actually fucking finishing updating. Thank God. Every spray in this bottle is precious. That's why I got 4. This is my signature scent right now. I wear Aventus a lot. As I said, this is worth it by a long shot. The money is justified in this instance. So grow out, try it, buy samples if you must. Aventus is my number 1, period. Not more to say about that. Any honorable mentions? Yeah, I got a couple of honorable mentions. And that's gonna be Dior Sauvage. I just got that in my my arsenal, so it's not. I haven't had time to really test it, but it gets a lot of compliments. And you're gonna get the original Dior Homme. You guys can see that bottle. And Dior Homme Sport. I know it kind of looks like the same bottle, but it's not. Honorable mentions, I just haven't had them long enough in my collection to really put them in there, but they're excellent as well. So, there you have it. You know where I'm at. Email me if you have any questions, or message me on Twitter, whatever. I got to get up out of here. I got to catch a flight in about an hour, but nice talking to you guys, and have a nice day.